Alright? We're the Hebrew Israelites, and I'm out here through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the one who ignorantly called God and Christ. To wake up the people of Negroid and Indian descent. You make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And I'm out here for y'all. Alright? And to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, in the Holy Scriptures. Alright? America is Babylon the Great. And the Lord said He's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. Alright? I'm going to start off with a scripture. Jeremiah 28 verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Alright, the prophets that has been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries, right, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what I'm out here to prophesy. War. Alright, we're going to get into war. Past, present, and future. Alright, we're going to get into wars. The past, the present, and the future. Alright, so let's jump into Daniel, the 7th chapter. This is Daniel's vision of what he saw. Alright, Daniel 7 verse 2. It says, Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, 4 winds of the heavens strove upon the great sea, and 4 beasts came up from the sea, diverse from one another. Alright? So now let's find out what are those 4 beasts that are diverse from one another. Let's jump to verse 17. Verse 17, right? It says, these beasts which are 4 kings which shall arise out of the earth. Alright, so you're going to have 4 kingdoms that's going to rise upon the face of the earth into power. Hey.
Hello. I just want to listen to what you're saying.
Alright. Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Alright. I have a question. Alright. I have a question for you. What color is Jesus Christ?
Color?
Yeah, what color?
I don't know, it's not specific. Not like a color, yeah.
What?
I feel like he's not a color. It's not,
not
specific, really.
Alright. I'm going to ask you a question according to the Bible, alright? So he's not a color. Alright? It says, so when he was born, he did not have any color at all?
Well, I'm not sure, honestly. It's not really like specified.
Don't specify?
Yeah.
Alright.
And if it is, I don't know about it.
Alright. This is what it says. This is 1 John 4 and 1. It says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of the Most High. So you confess that he came in the world as a human being, right, in the flesh. Right, it says. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of the Most High, and that is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it shall come, and even now already is it in the world. Right, so he said, if you confess that he did not come in the flesh, that is a spirit of Antichrist. So if he came in the flesh, he have to have a complexion, right?
Yeah.
His skin has to have a
Yeah.
complexion, right? Would make sense, right? Let's go to 2 Corinthians. But this is why it's important to know what he is and what he looks like. I see you laughing. All right.
No,
So,
I'm laughing. I'm smiling.
all right. This is our first, 2 Corinthians 11 and 2 says, "But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might as well bear with him." So he said, "For man cometh preaching to you another Jesus." So apparently you're going to have different kinds of, different people saying they're Christ, right? All right, so let's get what it actually looks like. All right. Revelation 1. All right, we're going to jump to Revelation 1. All right, I'm going to start at 1 and 1. It says, "The revelation of Jesus Christ, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servant things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and sanctified by his angels unto his servant John." Right? This is what he told his servant John, the revelator. "Write the things," this is Revelation 1 and 19 says, "Write the things which thou hast seen, and the things which are, and the things which shall come hereafter." So he said, what you have seen, write it down. All right, because now he's going to show himself to John. Right, this is Revelation 1 and 13 says, "In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his ears were white as wool," meaning he got white woolly here, all right, "as white as snow. His eyes were of the flames of fire," red eyes, right? It says, "and his feet like unto fine brass." What color is brass?
Brown.
Right. It said, "His feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace." So when you put brass in a furnace, what color do it become?
Red.
It becomes darker.
Yeah.
Right? You
Doesn't
put
matter
white
if it's
rice.
red, though. Yeah,
Put
it
white
does.
rice in a furnace. It's going to turn black, right? All right. It says, white feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice of many waters. So it's telling you that if he's a black man, he look kind of like me, but darker, with white woolly hair, right? Put up this image.
That's a good question.
How did this image come into play? Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if Jesus Christ is a so-called black man, and this is his description according to his word in the Bible, right? He described himself. What color would his people be?
White.
Exactly.
Wait, read
Understand?
that again, what you just read.
Which one?
On the front page right there. Like when it was describing it.
All
I just
right.
want to hear
Revelation
it
1 and 13.
again. Yeah.
In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the pap with a golden girdle. His head and his ears were white like wool, as white as snow. His eyes were of the flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Why were his eyes like the flame of fire?
All right. Let's go to Genesis 41. Tell you, the prophecy. Genesis 49 and 12 is giving you the prophecy of it. It says, "His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth shall be white as milk." His eyes are going to be red because he drank wine. That's why his eyes were red. Understand? And I'll read one more for you. This is Daniel's. sorry, 5. It said, then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body was like the beryl. His face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire. His arms and his feet in color of polished brass, and his voice of the words were like the voice of a multitude. That's what we just read. Revelation. You see what I'm saying? Still describing the same way. The dark-skinned man. Understand? With white woolly hair. Understand? Again, how did this got put up here? Understand? You see? This was put up to deceive our people. Understand? And it's an actual person they put up. Understand? His name is Caesar Borgia. He's the second son of Pope Alexander, the 6th of Rome. Understand? And they put his image up to be the image of Christ. Understand? This is Matthew 24:24. It's going to lead down into one thing. This is Matthew 24:24. Right? It says, for there, this is the future prophecy, right? It says, for there shall arise false Christ. If we describe him in the Bible as a black man, who's that? False Christ, ain't it? Understand? That's what's taking place right now.
What's that? What's the truth about?
The who?
Right. What do you call that?
This is martial law that's going to take place when the economy collapses, when there's civil unrest, and all that is taking place. That's why you always see on the news, FEMA buying up 2 billion rounds of ammo and buying what's called MRAP vehicles and all that, because America's getting ready to collapse. America's going under. Understand? It's known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. And it's going to be destroyed. God is going to destroy it. But before he destroys, see these people on the sign right here? These are actually the true biblical Israelites, according to the Bible. Understand? And the one that ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he died for these people, and he's coming back for these people. See what I'm saying? And what's going to happen? There's going to be something called payback. In Galatians 6 and 7, right? It says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Right? There's a thing called sowing and reaping. But what happened to these people? Something happened to them through the course of history, through the course of time. That's why this image was put up. Understand? To deceive these people that the so-called white man is God, basically. Understand? Now, because of that, we have our people dumb, stupid, ignorant, going in the ghettos and in the slums, right? They destroyed our people, and have our people worshiping this devil right here. His name is Caesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander, the 6th of Rome. Understand? And it's just the truth I'm telling you. Understand? But what's going to come of these actions is this. As I said, in Galatians 6 and 7, there's a thing called sowing and reaping. Right? It says, Revelations again, 13, 9 and 10. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, we know we were slaves here, right? It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, right? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Understand what we call? We went in slavery, right? You are the so-called Edomites, according to that's your biblical nationality, right? I'm a biblical Hebrew Israelite, all right? So what's going to happen when the one ignorant called Jesus Christ returns? It's going to take your people back into slavery. And I have to read that for you. And I just read it here, you have to read it again, because it's called sowing and reaping. And I know you're saying in your mind, right, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. My foreparents did. I didn't do anything. I know that's what you're saying. Come on, be real. Be honest. You didn't do it, right? I'm going to show you something what God said. You want to get Lamentations? You can be honest. You're actually learning something today that nobody's ever taught you before. All right? This is Lamentations 5 and 7, right? It says, And he's talking about his people, the Jews. It says, our fathers have sinned and are not. Our forefathers sinned against God. They're not here anymore. They died. Right? Our fathers have sinned and are not. And we have borne their iniquity. We have to pay for what our forefathers did. We were the ones in slavery. Our forefathers, they sinned against God and they died. But we went into slavery. Yeah. Understand? That's what's going to happen now. As I remember, I said you're sowing and reaping. Understand? Now let's get on Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 and 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. So he's saying now, when it's time for that recompense, even though you didn't do it, it says prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. So what your forefathers did, you're going to have to pay for it. See that? So just as our forefathers sinned, they died, we have to pay for it. Your forefathers did it too. They died, but now you're going to be the one to pay for it. Oh, it's cool. Do you like that?
No, I'm just saying that. I don't know what to say, right?
All right. But it's justice, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is justice, right?